Coldplay threw a couple on the kiss cam. Turns out they were having an affair. I don't think even Coldplay can fix this. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Kim is here, and Kim can attest. I found this story first this morning, super early, and I had Elsrich here and Lauren. We're banking a lot of stuff because I won't be here next week, guys, and we won't be live today, so I wanted to give you some content. We will have a response about the deposition delays and stuff from Blake, but this story now is everywhere in my feed, and I thought, well, let's jump in. And I feel weird, but it's like I've been there with this guy. I've been that bad guy. This is different, not trying to compare, but to have your whole world drop the next day sucks. Like I can't deny that. And this poor wife, yes, there's now updates. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, let's break it down, Kim. You know, you've worked in HR before. You know a little bit about HR. Let's get your perspective on this as well. But let's start with the video itself. Here is the video. We have the video. Here it is first. Let's start here.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
Now, I feel bad for so many people involved in this. Like Chris Martin is one of the sweetest guys. I'm a huge Coldplay fan. Like really a genuinely sweet guy who's trying to do the world better. He's trying to showcase people having loving moments. And it sure looks like these two are in love, Kim. Very, very confident in such a public space. Yeah. You would think they're a couple. Would you not, Kim?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that surprises me about this is how public this is. And I say this from the perspective, I remember when the Eras Tour was going on, right? And you know, Andy and I, both big Swifties, we followed a lot of that. And there was always this coverage, almost every show, there was some Swiftie that showed up and spoke to the press, and they'd have something over their head, like a paper bag or a mask or whatever. And they'd always just say like, I called in sick. And if my boss sees me, I'm going to get fired. So no one can know that I'm here. And it's like, a lot of people have this awareness that it's like, if you're doing something at a public event like a concert, everybody has a camera. Right. People are live streaming constantly.
Well, and if you're trying to hide,
if you're trying to hide something, this is not the place to go.
They're in like some sort of box or balcony spot that's clearly visible by a lot of people. They got room. They're clearly rich because they're in some space. Usually I got people right up against me at the concerts like this, but it's then the reaction, like, these two were so caught because if they had just not done anything and just continued to do that,
nobody would have said anything.
No one would have known better.
No.
We would have moved on. The wife may have found out, which would have not been good for the wife because that's the only good in this. That no one's going to want to see that or say that, but thank God the truth was finally revealed.
Yes.
But then look at that reaction.
Yep.
The mortified, there it is in real time. Oh no. And then he's immediately, oh no. And then he's like, I
love how he just drops to the floor. He's like, no, I'm out.
Like this. Jesus God. Oh man, they walked right into it. Now, typically I'd be like, these are not, these are random people. Let's not, but they put themselves out there this confidently. Sorry, this is the world age we all live in now. Everyone, I think it's fair to call them out. So there they are. And he literally tries to go on the floor. And I want to call out this other woman. This woman who's getting red-faced next to them clearly knew something, Kim.
You knew.
Clearly she knew.
Allegedly.
She knew. Now, she's clearly like, not my problem, you idiots. Like, I do think there's a little bit of like, oh, well, you morons, but you knew. And then a bunch of fans just have no clue that they're in the midst of this viral moment. Yeah, I'm on a Coldplay video. Yeah,
there's
woo!
So much happening.
Not realizing this is like a pop culture moment that's about to happen as we're going to be treating this like a Zapruder film. But that, I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in a while. When I sent it to you, I'm like, whoa. This was last night in Boston. So anyway, I have a little bit of empathy because this guy's now just, his life's probably destroyed. Is it worth the punishment? That's the debatable. Some are going to say yes. I mean, he should have told his wife. He should have told his wife. In a way, I'm kind of like, good. It's out. The wife now will know. She can make her own decisions and move on with her life. And yes, we then, of course, the internet was very quick to figure out who this, literally, overnight, Kim. Like within a moment, the internet was on it. Turns out he's the CEO of a place called Astronomer. And lo and behold, that one he was canoodling was the chief people officer. I don't even know what that means. See, like a HR person, someone in charge of the staff. I would assume what that means, Kim, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. CPO is not really a term I'm super familiar with. It just reminds me of C3PO. But I mean, it's usually not a good idea to be involved with someone who is your superior.
No.
And I mean, generally not within the same office is advisable as well. But there are times, I mean, I worked in HR and I knew people that worked in my department that actually did end up getting married. But as soon as they wanted to kind of like give their relationship a try, a few of them or one of them put in a transfer to take a sideways move to another department. So they weren't reporting to the same boss. They tried to keep everything above board. There's ways that you can make it work. But it does seem like this gentleman is potential.
Potentially, she froze. I don't know why she froze, but she froze. Well, as Kim figures out whether she's freezing and it hopefully comes back, we keep going. The party doesn't stop. This wasn't all that was revealed. So now, the wife found out and dropped her name, her married name, on Facebook. She also left comments open on her Facebook. So look, leave this woman alone unless you're going to send her some love and support, which she very much clearly needs. Send her some support. We lost Kim, sadly. I'm going to put this in because I'm in a super bind trying to get all this done in time. We'll patch her in if she comes back. But shout out to Meg here because this sucks. This sucks. As someone who sadly has done this in his life, I'm in one of the greatest shames of my life. It's awful. It is awful what this does. It's not funny. It's why I don't actually, I feel for a lot of people involved just because nobody should go through this publicly. Kim's back. Welcome back. We're still going. I just continued. No, I was just saying, look, I've been the guy who exposed, himself and was a complete scumbag. I've owned that. It's never right. It's one of my greatest shames. That's why I have empathy for everybody, just because I know it sucks for all involved. It's no excuse for what this guy did. Shame on him. He's going to take his lashes as he should. But it really sucks for this woman who now has taken the last name reportedly off of her Facebook. And she has now left the comments open, though, is also kind of interesting about all this. There's been a lot of support and comments in here. Support for the wife, which she absolutely deserves. At the same time, it's kind of a little creepy. Be careful, guys, not going this deep on it. And then, yes, the CEO guy has a husband as well. There's the chief people's person. This is his husband, her husband. So it is crazy out there. It is crazy out there, Kim. And also the person who was watching. Here's the guy.
It's the largest open source project today in the world.
Now he's getting a lot of attention, and I'm sure he doesn't want. Hey, look, I get it. Everyone wants to rail on this guy. I get it. Take your lashes. He deserves it to an extent, but it's going to be a lot. It can drive someone over an edge too. And they probably have kids. That's why I have empathy, even sometimes when people do wrong, because this guy deserves a chance to make it right. Obviously do what he's got to do through a divorce settlement, everything else, be there for the kids still. It's going to be a very messy thing. And that woman who, I can't find it now, I thought I had it. The woman who sort of was smiling, yeah, she was recently hired by the chief people person. Is the other thing. I'm not going to call her on blast.
Oh gosh.
But
no.
Just so we're clear, geez, look at this. The beeps are all over the place. Anyway, I laugh to say, because I'm not in it. I've been there though. And it's everywhere. It is everywhere, Kim. Every outlet has jumped on the story. We're in the doldrums of summer. It's the worst time to get viral and get caught in something like this because the press just needs anything to report on. And they did themselves zero favors. Coldplay now going viral, getting the news because of it. And I'm sure they wanted nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised if Kim reaches out to if Chris reaches out to the wife in some nice way privately to throw support. That's the kind of band I've known they are. It's amazing what they do. But anyway, final thoughts, Kim. What do you think of this? What do you think? As an HR person, was this appropriate?
Office relationships are complicated. And ultimately, I think they boil down to what contracts are in place. I don't know how much of what I said earlier got cut off or not, but just I've known office relationships to work when they're done the right way with transparency. I've known ones that don't. It is always a chance, but clearly this was not happening the way that it should. And honestly, I do feel bad for like pretty much everybody involved on some level, because I mean, obviously they're not doing the right thing, but it sucks. And I really do feel bad for Chris Martin. I'm pretty sure when, they put the camera over to this couple, he didn't think that he was unleashing this. He just thought he was engaging with the audience. And now it's this firestorm and people's Facebooks and everything out there. But I guess it's just kind of reflective of the social media world that we live in now, that when everything is so public and everybody has a camera and everybody can stream and everybody can post things, I mean, it gets ugly pretty quick. It gets ugly fast.
I mean, and here's some weird light. It's like I would say leave her alone, but look at this girl, dump his ass, get a good lawyer. You're too much of a baddie to deal with this. Hopefully she's well aware of his embarrassing behind that video and adds the icing on the cake for his shame. No woman deserves to wake up to that kind of news. Yep. Based on your post, you seem like a wonderful mother and person. I hope this isn't how you're finding out. I'm so sorry about Sarah's sisters. Sorry, you're way hotter than her. What a dick he is. Like, just so much love pouring into this woman. So I do encourage that. Like, good for them. Give her love right now. Keep in mind, it's the father of her kids. It's going to be complicated. There's kids involved. That's what makes it so sad for me. I can't just gleefully join in on the brigade as everybody else, because I look at it from that perspective, Kim, of it's not just a wife who's losing her husband. It's now kids who's now their father's going to move out, and it's going to affect the whole life tremendously. As someone who's lived through it, it is rough. But I can also say you can get through it. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so grateful that I was able to do that in a way, that my son's great, everything else. So it's ugly day for this poor woman. I send her so much love and support. Such love and support to Chris Martin, who walked in that one, unfortunately, but exposed something that clearly needed to be shown. And not to give advice, but my God, if you're out there doing something wrong, just keep pretending like there's no big deal. This was the most worst reaction you could give. That's why it's gone so viral. Even Chris Martin's like, these people are clearly having an affair. So the karma got them, Kim. I think well deserved. It is what it is. They're going to be punished for a while. It's going to affect the company. It's going to affect a lot of things. So be nice. Hopefully this guy owns it. If I was his PR people, I would get on it immediately. I'm ashamed. He needs to get on this and own it. I'm ashamed and embarrassed, and he did. That's what you got to do. Own it. Take the accountability. Let the story die down. But this will forever be a meme that's going to haunt this family forever. And for that part, it's not very funny to me. But at the same time, seeing him grow on the ground is pretty damn funny. I can't lie. There it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for all alerts. Smash that like and that bell. Leave your comments. Let us know what you think. Where do you side on this one? What do you think? Is it too hard? Leave your comments down below. Stay tuned. Watch these videos as well. We got a lot more coming your way here on Popcorn Planet.